Okay, a couple questions. So, where did Moses meet God in today's reading? Where did Moses meet God? Mount Sinai, right? Well, maybe not. Okay, the burning bush was where he met God. Okay, so what did God say his name is? I am who am. I am who am. Now, this is very important. I want us to talk about this a little bit. I am who am. This is the name that God revealed to us through Moses. He did not say, I was who was. He didn't say, I will be who will be. He said, I am who am. What he's saying is that for God, everything is the present tense. He is always present. He is always here to us. And of course, being an infinity and eternity, God always is. What does that mean for us? What does it mean for you and me? It means this. We are most connected to God when our thoughts, so when our heart and our mind is focused in this present moment. Why? Because that's where God is, right? Doesn't mean we can't study the past and study history and try to understand what happened in the past. We can do that, and it's good for us to do that. But we don't live in the past. Doesn't mean that we don't prepare for the future and make plans and become excited what will happen and organize things. That is good to do, to plan for the future. But we don't live in the future. We live in the present moment. And this is where God is. From our experiences, though, sometimes we actually don't do that. Sometimes we live in the past. We did something wrong, or someone did something wrong to us, and it hurt us, and we don't let go of that. We hold on to a grudge and say, I can't ever forgive this person for what they've done. Or I can't forgive myself for what I have done. Or how stupid was I that I did this, right? A lot of times we'll use these three words, I could have, would have, should have. If you find yourself using those words regularly over and over again, it's a sign that you're living in the past. And guess who's not in the past? God. And therefore, you're not going to be at peace. You're not going to be joyful. It's actually going to bring you hurt, anguish, difficulties, and problems. In a very real way, when we live in the past, we create a fantasy that can never be fulfilled. And we can be stuck in that, and we can not move forward. The solution to that is to say, what happened occurred. I accept the forgiveness of God. I forgive someone else, and now I live in the present with God. Sometimes we will try to live in the future, and our mind is racing. We're worrying about so many things. If you're about to ask some girl for a date, or maybe ask her for her hand in marriage, guys will go through all sorts of scenarios. Maybe I can do this or this, and drive themselves crazy worrying about what she might say. We could do that with work. We could do that with any relationship. We can live in the future, always planning, always preparing, always thinking about something to come. And that can give us anxiety, worry, and it actually can create impatience within us. Why do I say impatience? Well, let's give the classic example of us driving in a car, and we're thinking about that meeting that we are supposed to be at in 10 minutes, and we know we have exactly 10 minutes to get there, and we are stuck behind a car that's going too slow, what do? We blare the horn and we yell some words. We become impatient, right? Why? Why does that happen? Because we're trying to live in the future. We're not at that meeting. We're in the car. We're driving. And God is, if we're trying to live in the future, God is not in that future moment. God is in the present. He is I am who am. So if we're prone to holding on to grudges and saying those three words, would have, could have, should have, or not accepting something that we've done in the past, or if we're prone to anxiety, worry, or impatience, then we're part of the human race. But we all have that call to say, you know what? God is here and now in this moment. This is the only moment that I have. And this is the only time I can really make a difference. I can only love in this present moment. I can be focused on the people and responsibilities that God has given me at this moment in time. And when we realize that and unite ourselves to God, we're taking Jesus' yoke upon us, and he will make our lives better. We will have greater joy, peace, because we are connected with him. I am who am.